1 year ago, this past weekend, two watering holes in our communities were a hub of activity. The Laird Hotel with Northside Bazaar, an annual fundraiser for Thorn Harbour Health's David Williams Fund and Joy 94.9, and DT's with Midsummer Bake Off, a fundraiser for Pride March in St Kilda. But with coronavirus restrictions, both of these venues have had their doors closed for over 6 months. So I thought I'd touch base with them and find out how they're doing.
It was definitely surreal to close.
We never quite thought things would get to any sort of shutdown thing like that.
Especially for the staff as well.
And we had to stop doing accommodation because we knew that if, it can happen in any hotel, but us being gays, someone gets a room up there and then they invite more than one person over. Could we become a hotspot?
And we weren't sure what was going to happen, so all the boys were lined up at the bar, just waiting.
If I put my current train of thought on it, I go, oh my God, it was all so devastating. It wasn't actually that bad at the time. Everyone was like, couple of months, she'll be right.
And that was kind of their last shift, and that's it.
Like, I can't even remember when stage 4 kicked in.
And it's been, 7 months now?
Our keg suppliers were all, send them back. We'll take them and we'll credit your account. And that was a really good thing. They all realised early on that, that was really going to help businesses by not having kegs sitting there. And again, at the time, I was like, nah, come on, these kegs have more than a couple of months on them. But thankfully, we did it because we now know that the only thing that's going to outlast COVID is Red Bull, I think. It's the only thing with enough preservative.
The thing about these venues, and many others like them, is they're more than just a place for people to grab a drink. They're a space where our communities can feel safe, accepted, and welcome.
I really enjoy the patrons here. We have a very big trans community, and I find that the trans community is a lot of fun and very inclusive as well. I know I felt it at times where I felt very, sad in a way that no one has this space to come to.
It's a haven, but it's a great little tool for being able to engage our little area of the community, who we are, and then the tool that we can use it for to engage the rest of the community, like with Northside Bazaar and things like that, the fundraisers, the helping start up sporting groups or supporting Switchboard or doing all these different things. We can do so much from this little pocket of gay earth.
I called Paul, the owner, and we kind of talked about what was going to happen, and he said, well, that's it, we're going to close. And I said, right, so what are we doing next then?
We've had the overalls on, we've been doing all of that, little bits of maintenance stuff. Some will be noticeable when we reopen, some will be just that it seems, oh, is it a bit fresher in there or something, like painting under the bar that we're standing at. You look under it and you go, oh my God, that hasn't been painted for 15 years and it's scratched and all that. Nobody sees it, mostly.
So we come up with a list of things we wanted to get done in those 6 weeks. So we started looking at some cleaning that we could get done. We're going to try to do Uber Eats, slight renovations here and there. We're going to get artwork sorted. It was just the next thing. There wasn't really a break. It was just, okay, so what are we going to do now? And obviously, you know that it's not been 6 weeks, it's been 7 months.
But then, suddenly, the patron saint of gays, Kylie Minogue, released a rosé, and everything changed.
I got a message about the Kylie wine coming to Australia, and luckily I have a really good relationship with De Bordeley. We stock their wine here at DT's, and I have a good relationship with the rep. So I messaged him and I said, hey, I see that you're getting the Kylie Minogue wine as a LGBTIQA+ venue. We would love to get it. In the miracle of Kylie, we were first, and it's been great for us. Not only it's been a boost financially, it's been great to see the community again, because they've been able to come here, pick up their wine, and I think everyone's got a kick out of it. I hope. Bit of fun.
For the Laird, 2020 is their 40th anniversary, which is a huge milestone for the only same-sex attracted pub in the Australasian hemisphere that caters towards cis and trans men. But, COVID happened.
The 40th, it's more than just about having a party on one night and going, yay, that was it, have a cake. How do you do that? How do you honour the longevity of the Laird in the scene and in our community? It was going to be originally about over a couple of weeks and have exhibitions of things from the archives, Gay and Lesbian Archives, or Thorn Harbour, or Living Positive, things like that. But everything's been put on hold. So what it has meant, and I can see the real positive in it, is that it means that the 40th birthday of the Laird isn't going to be October 2020. It's going to be October 2020 through to October 21. We can do a year. This is a reset button to do whatever we want and make things last. So we can do something in January, we can do an exhibition in February, we can do a history thing and incorporate the entire north side. In March, we can do all these different things and take our time with it. It's hard to acknowledge 40 years of a community and every person that's done something through that time, but we'll try our best to sum it up in some way and and celebrate it.
We're on a roadmap to COVID safe, but for venues like GT's and the Laird, they don't serve food, so they're somewhere else down the line. Sure, our numbers are going down, but what does the next few months look like for them?
It's kind of hard to go, where do we stand in this roadmap? We're very much towards the end of it with other non-essential things. Even though they claim dancing isn't essential, I claim it's essential, so yeah, for mental well-being.
It's not like when we open it goes back to divas or back to trivia, or it's not going to be like that. So the new normal will just be coming in and just being happy to be here, be around people and enjoy the environment, because it's going to be a limited amount of people.
Can I be honest? There's a level of anxiety, and I think, and I was chatting to Paul Anthony from DT's the other day, there's a level of anxiety. I'm sure the circuit boys and Tom at the Peel are feeling it as well. You tell them, sure, I can't wait to reopen, and then you think, am I ready to reopen? All this sort of stuff mentally, and I think the main thing is for people like ourselves, we need to look after ourselves mentally. We need to encourage our staff and all of those involved to look after their mental health, because we want everyone to come back in and be the same smiling, happy people. But it's okay to say, coming back to normal feels really weird. Like, is it going to be the same? So, yeah, I think we need to admit and face those sort of fears, and then we can move forward and kick them over. Yeah.